Hello guys. It's been complete 1 year ever since I have created my SAP videos. So last time I had created, or I have already created, two parts of FI+MM integration, and this is the third part today I'm going to present in front of you. So I'm really sorry that I did not get any time to create the third part, but this time I'll try my best to continue with my videos. So today we'll start with the account assignment in OBYC. So what is OBYC? Sorry, first let me tell you that we have already created all these GL accounts. Okay, let me show you here that we have already created all kinds of GL accounts like raw material, finished goods, GRIR, raw material consumption. Apart from these other different GL accounts also I have created. So today we'll start from OBYC integration. So what is OBYC integration? In OBYC integration, that's where MMFI integration takes place. Okay, so here we assign some different kinds of GL accounts to different transaction keys. So these are the transaction keys. Let me show you. This is OBYC. Let me come from the beginning. OBYC. So this is BSX as shown in the document. This is BSX and our chart of account is CHOA. Let me be confirmed. Here are the settings. So you need to write somewhere what settings you have already done. Otherwise, going forward, you may face some difficulties. What settings you have done, you need and require all these settings again and again in future settings. So you need to write all these past settings somewhere, either in the text or in Word document. Okay, not an issue that chart of account is not written here, but I remember this is CHOA. So here BSX, let me go to the document. So this is the BSX transaction key. We need to save it first. No changes have been made. Okay, yeah, so we will have to go to the rules. So this picture will open. Valuation modifier, valuation class. So as we check these two boxes, according to our checking of the boxes, it will appear in the next screen. Now accounts, do you want to save? So first of all, we need to save it. Do you want to change the rules? Current determination will be deleted if the rules are changed. So yes, this is chart of account for 11-12. Now the valuation modifier. So we checked these two boxes. So accordingly, these two tabs are also open here. So valuation modifier, valuation class. So valuation modifier, we just put X here. And what is the valuation class? So we have the valuation class as RHPT and FGPT. So RHPT. So what is the this is raw material valuation class. Let me show you again. See, this is raw material valuation class for raw material, RHPT, and FGPT for the finished goods. Okay, now let me. So here in BSX transaction key, we need to assign the raw material account and finished goods account to their respective valuation classes. Okay, so what is the use of that? We will just see that also. So basically the BSX use okay, let me give you examples. Let me first do it. A raw material stock account 201. Okay, now again X FGPT finished goods account 202. Let us save it. So on VSX transaction keys, what we have done, we have assigned raw material stock account to its respective valuation class. Here, okay, the below one is raw material. Here, FGPT is the finished goods valuation class, and we have assigned the corresponding GL account to it. So this is where we assign the we do the account assignment part actually. Let me go to the other. See here, it's a combination of valuation class plus GL accounts. So valuation class, raw material, GL, finished goods. Now next is WRX. So BSX is goods movement. Okay, whenever finished goods or raw material goods movement takes place, then we use BSX transaction keys. Okay, so what kinds of movements are there for raw material? Obviously, raw material we receive from vendor. So it's a kind of movement, right? So BSX comes into picture. Again, finished goods goes out of our premises. Okay, so it's a kind of finished goods movement. So whenever there is a stock movement, then we use this transaction key uh, called BSX. Now WRX. Let us go to WRX. WRX. Here is WRX, right? So again, let me check what kinds of yeah, here also valuation modifier and valuation class. So these two boxes we will check and we will save it first. And it will automatically come here. X, what is the valuation class for? Okay, so GRIR clearing account, what is it? As we know, this is just a temporary account when we receive material from the vendor. So at that time, this is a temporary account which will be credited, because at that point of time we cannot directly credit vendor. So we take GRIR account as a credit account here. So we receive raw materials, right, from the vendor, not the finished goods. So we receive raw material. So against raw material, this GRIR is used. So what will be the valuation class here? Obviously, the valuation class will be the raw material. Let me show you here. See, valuation class is 10 RM. That is, this is for this is another, I mean, this is just a reference document. So here 10 RM is nothing but raw material valuation class. So our raw material is RHPT, but against this, what we will assign? We will assign a GRIR account. GRIR account. So this is GRIR account 301. We will save it. So this is where I just told you that FI integration takes place here. So automatically, whenever we post their MyGo, that I will obviously teach you in the future lessons. MyGo means when we receive materials from the vendor, then we record this movement in our SAP system and we post MyGo there. So whenever we post MyGo, that means we receive the material that is debited, and we cannot directly credit vendor. So at that point of time we credit GRIR account. So we don't have to put any debit, any credit, nothing. It will automatically, the system will automatically put the material account as debit and GRIR account as a credit. Okay, see, next is, see here, raw material account, GRIR, GL account. Next is freight. Freight is also a clearing account. So here also freight is also a clearing account. So that also against what? Against the raw material only. So FR1, see FR1. So this also in the same way we need to X, and against, obviously when we are receiving the raw material, then we will have the GRIR account as credit, also freight account as a credit. So we will take the freight account here as an assignment. Freight accrual account 302. Save. So here, as we are integrating, I mean integration settings in OBYC, we are doing the integration settings between MM and FI. So when we are going forward, I'll show you how we are going to post MyGo, Miro, everything. So there we don't need to put anything debit and credit. So everything will automatically put debit wherever required, and obviously as a credit also wherever it is required. So we don't have to do it anything manually. Now next is, next are GBB offsetting entries. So this I'm not gonna explain right now. It may create some confusion. Just to tell you that GBB is a GBB is a transaction keys where we define different kinds of offsetting accounts, like for different purposes. Suppose raw material we have received and internally, this will go internally, right? I mean this uh, GBB is a transaction keys which is used whenever the stock is moving internally. For example, suppose raw materials we have already received from the vendor. Now this raw material is going to the production department. Then what kind of entry will be generated, right? Again, that raw material, when once it is manufactured and it has been converted into a finished goods, then it will now be received in our warehouse, and from where it will be marketed, or from where it will be directly going to the market for selling purposes. So when it is coming as a finished goods, when it is coming from the production department to the warehouse, what kind of general accounting entry will be posted? So these kinds of entries, I mean, for the purpose of this kind of entries, we can do some account assignment here in GBB transaction key. So right now I'm not going to explain all these. I will explain it in later. I mean later, suppose if I make any such kind of video, then I'll definitely explain this also. Now we will create number ranges. So there are three kinds of documents type which are required going forward. Like I am going to show you different kinds of transactions, or different kinds of required entries uh, in future, for which there are three kinds of document types which are required. So document types are standard, which are already there in the system, but for these document types we need to create the number ranges. Okay, so that can be done through two T codes, ABN1 and OBA7. I will not create it from ABN1 because I have no idea. Like we don't have idea. Like for W8 document type, which is the number range, right? So for WA, number range is 51, but we have no idea, right? Suppose there WE and WL, we have no idea which is the number range. I mean, the standard number range is ACP defined. We have no idea. For that purpose, we cannot create directly these number ranges directly in FBN1. So what we will do, we will go to OBA7. Let me show you. This is not required. We'll go to OBA7. WE. So for WE, see here, the number range is 49. So now we come to know, okay, this is 49. So for 49, we need to create the number ranges. Okay, so directly we can come go from here, or from FBN1. FBN1. We can directly come here. Okay, for this company code, we need to create the number ranges. Okay, let me show you the same thing we are going to get from here also. 49, same thing. Okay, now 11, our company code is 11, so we need to create the number ranges. So what we need to create, we have just come to know that this is 49. For 49, what number ranges will create? Our year is 2025. 2025, yes, because this is still February and we are following April to March. So this is still 2025. The number ranges, since we have already created 100 to, so we'll create from 200 to 299. Okay, save it. Now again go back. Again go back. So we need to, what are this? WE, then W, WA. Oh, we have already created WE, na? Okay. For WA, yeah, for WA is, for WA also 49. Okay, not an issue. WE also 49. Okay, then we don't have to create two number ranges. If it is different, then yes, we needed to. If it was different, then we would need to create different number ranges. WL. Oh my god, all these are 49. Generally, they don't remain the same. But if suppose this was 50, then yes, we would need to create number ranges for 50 also. Okay, our work is lessened. Good. Now that means whenever we are going to post documents, so there will be three kinds of documents, just generally. I mean, like, just there are so many kinds of documents, right? But generally there are three kinds of document types: WA, WE, and WL. For all these document types, the number range is 49, so we don't have to create different number ranges. The same number range will work in all the document types. Okay, now vendor creation from side. We'll create a vendor from the side. XK01. So company code 11. Purchase organization, we have PO01. Accounts group 11MG. Now we'll create a document. A vendor. Mr. System. Mr. Jonathan Deco. Deco Street 123 X A postal code. Delhi. Order currency INR, sorry, INR. Required entry terms of payment. Anything we can take. Immediate. What is? I think purchasing group. It is asking for purchasing group. So purchasing group is PGG. Fill in the required entry. Fill in all the required entry fields. Where is the required entry? Incomes. Okay, let me show what is the required entry. I am not able to pinpoint. The required entry I have done. Incomes. No, it is not required. In the same field. Okay, so that is the required entry here. This one. GR based or what? This one. Payment terms. Let me show you. I'll show you 1 second. Let me. This one. GR based invoice verification. So this is the in the screen layout itself. Maybe this is a required entry. So we just what is GR based invoice verification? I'll just explain at the time we'll create the GR and all that. Okay. This is just a standard how we can create the vendor in ECC. In HANA, this is completely different. Let me finish ECC first, then I have got many comments that why are you not creating videos on HANA? Because ECC is not required at all. Yeah, it's correct, it's not required at all. But still, I do believe once if you are clear, if your concept is clear about ECC, it will be very easy for you to understand HANA. Still, I'm not saying that you cannot understand HANA if you have a little idea about ECC. I'm not saying that, but this is just my opinion that if your concepts are clear for ECC, it will be very easier for you to understand HANA, as well as you need to have the knowledge of ECC as well, because sometimes interviewers ask what is the difference between this feature in ECC and then the new feature which we have come across in HANA. So what is the difference between these two? So like that, you need to have the knowledge on both. So that's why I just want to finish this ECC, and then after that, I'll go for HANA videos. So our vendor created. Okay. So let me over it 6.4. So everything I'm just recording. Vendor. Now we'll create material. One material. After that, in the next video, I'll just show you from the complete process of from starting from purchase requisition, ending in the how we will pay to the vendor. So that is complete P2P cycle. I'm gonna start from the next video. Vendor. Let me close this one. Here we'll take mechanical, anything you can take, and I'm sorry, we'll create the raw material mechanical, anything. Now, what is our plant? Our plant is 11 pt, and now test. This is what we can do because I have already created test 1 base unit. Let me check one by one. Otherwise, if any mistake, then yes. So base unit kg. Organization. Okay, let me take kg and no organizational level exist. Why it is not coming to the organizational level? What is the material group? Let me check. If suppose anything comes, then material group Mg11. Then we will see. Create material. Mg. Okay. Basic. It is not coming to the organizational level. I think something is wrong. Let me go back. You're about to exit. Yes. Because once we put here the plant, so system asks for the levels. Which level? I mean this one. See, select views. Once you put plant, see we put plant here. Why we have not put plant? Once we put plant here, system asks for the different views. Exit yes. Let me check. If there is any issue, then I'll stop the video here, and from the next video we'll start from the creation of material. If there is anything which will take time for me to fix, so we'll start from the material created. See what is happening. Let me come back again and let me get into it again. MM001 organizational level. Yes. So we have got the section. So generally the system automatically asks, but I am not sure why it is not asking this time. Okay, anyways, I have just uh, pressed it manually. Basic data, purchasing, general data here. Basic data 2 is not required. And then purchasing data, we need to take the purchasing. And then we need to take the general plant storage, accounting, general plant, general plant, and then accounting 1. Then yes, now it's fine. So storage location, we have different storage location. Storage location 11 ST. So we have 11 ST. Now yes. So for different views, we'll create. We will put details for different views. Let me make it 4. Here kg, here mg11. Now let me see here. Division we need to. So what division we have? Anything division we 11. So our division is 11. Okay. Anything else? No. So next will be see here basic data 1. So whichever views we have selected in the beginning, those tabs will only open, not others. Okay, see, you can see here, this is selected view, this is selected view, this is selected view. These are not the selected views. So these views will not open for us. I mean, those views only which we have selected are going to be opened. So this is the next, this is purchasing. So for purchasing, what details we need to go for? So kg, purchasing group in our case is pgg, and this automatically came, material group automatically came, and nothing else. That's it. So enter. Okay, now next, plant data storage 1. So what are the details here? Only kg we need to put here. That is already kg is already there. Don't have to do anything here. Now just put enter. Next is accounting. So in the accounting tab, what details do we require? Base measurement kg. Kg is already there. Division is there. Yeah, valuation class. So what is our valuation class here? RHPT. So RHPT, if you remember guys, RHPT is our valuation class for raw material. So since we are creating a raw material, so it is mandatory for us to put the valuation class here. Price control, we are taking V. So two kinds of price control, one is S and another is V. Okay, so we will take here V. Division also taken. So what is V and S? V is moving average price. So it changes as we start having these stocks. Accordingly, it keeps changing. So there is I will not go into details. You can just Google it out. What is moving average price? So it changes as we start purchasing. We go on purchasing material side, right? So accordingly the price changes, but in standard the price is fixed. So I think all details we have already created. So it is asking price control V, enter moving average price. So okay, we are not putting any moving average price here. It will automatically come here when we purchase this material. I'll show you. This is blank now. Okay, so we have created this material successfully. Note this down also. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, I'm telling that this time I will put all my efforts to continue with my videos because of a lot of pressure. As you people already know, I have explained many times. So whenever I get time, I will create videos, but this time I'll try my best to stick to the creation of videos. So keep watching my videos and don't forget to press the bell icon so that whenever I make the video you'll get the notification. Okay, so thank you, bye bye. Let's see, create material img. Okay, basic. It is not coming to the organizational level. I think something is wrong. Let me go back. You're about to exit. Yes. Because once we put here the plant, so system ask for the levels. Which level? I mean this one. See, select views. Once you put plant, see we put plant here. Why we have not put plant? Once we put plant here, system ask for the different views.